welcome guys back to another video. So I've been going to college for a bit over a month now, and I should say that it's been one of the craziest moments in my life so far. We met a lot of new people, we made some friends, and I got to explore Manhattan, Brooklyn, and other parts of New York with the friends I made, and we went to a lot of different places, a lot of famous places. Not to mention, we also got to experience college life and college experience, albeit Corona. It was still memorable, and I think it still will be. But another reason why it's been crazy is because of YouTube. So if you guys haven't noticed already, I have had a huge boost when it comes to YouTube in the past month and a half or so. Before I came to New York, I had about 1,380 subscribers. Right now, I have 4,150 to 60 subscribers. Mind you, my goal for the rest of the year till the end of 2020 was to get 2,000 subscribers. So basically, I have doubled plus 150 of that goal, which is absolutely insane. To be frank, I didn't know that my moving vlog or quarantine vlogs would generate this much traffic towards my channel. Consequently, it brought a lot of views, minutes, revenue, and subscribers, and all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos and subscribing. It really means a lot for me. But even this little fame comes with a price. Getting recognized in college. You know, I never even knew I'd be making this video because I never saw myself as getting big to the point where people would actually start recognizing me somewhere. It's not like I'm super big right now, but even that's more unique. Like, the fact that I'm not super big, but people still recognize me, that kind of blows my mind. I guess it all started back in March when I made the college decisions reactions videos. They're pretty fun, you should go watch them. Definitely go check them out. There's a part 1, part 2, and then there was the New York one, the NYU Stern acceptance video, which was a separate thing because it was the very last decision to come out. Due to that, I got some Instagram DMs, especially saying, oh, hey, I saw you on YouTube, or like, congratulations, and same with YouTube comments as well. Let's say, for example, I followed a fellow NYU student's Instagram account, and then if I do, and they accept or whatever, they would respond and be like, oh, I've seen you on YouTube, like, I've seen your decisions, reactions videos, or like acceptance videos, like, so they were super funny. And those were like the first few teasers of recognition. But then more ensued. What happened before I went to NYU, before I actually made the move there, was that one student would make a weekly Zoom meeting for other NYU kids. For me, it was NYU Stern. So basically, we would have these weekly Zoom meetings where NYU Stern kids would, congregate, and so we just talk about a lot of stuff. It was like a hangout, basically. And I actually attended them pretty much weekly until this one day. So what happened on this one day? We were in breakout rooms as always. Thank God we were in breakout rooms at this moment. But one student decided to bring up my YouTube channel. Oh boy. I think the conversation went something like, oh, yo, Andrew, full ride or whatever. Then she brought up the scholarship. Anyways, the topic of YouTube or like video and like scholarship came up, which immediately all attention was like directed towards me, which I don't like, which is also a reason why I don't talk about my channel in public. I don't talk about it in front of others because I don't like how like the spotlight is suddenly on me, and I just try to avoid that as much as possible. But the fact that in a breakout room, thank God it was just a smaller number, but the fact that I was in a place where I couldn't just exit and the whole direction was directed towards me, I didn't really like it. So the entire topic for like 10 to 15 minutes of like the 5 to 6 people that were in that room, they were just talking about my channel. They were just typing in Andrew Shin, and the fact that my name, if you type in Andrew Shin on YouTube and my video does come up, which is most notably in the weekly life of Andrew Shin, that video from 4 years ago is the one that comes up, which is how people find it's me. Literally the whole conversation in that breakout room just went to shit. So afterwards I had to be like, hey, to the guy who, brought the topic up afterwards, after the entire call had ended, I was like, hey, could you not bring that up next time because I really hate it when that happens? And he was cool with it, sure. But that was kind of an alarming teaser for me because that was the first live moment, and it was the first time that has happened because as I talked to you earlier, everything before it was Instagram DMs. Oh, and by the way, if you were wondering, my roommate does know about my channel, which happened after I moved to NYU. And actually, kind of recently, it was like 2 weeks ago or so. I don't even try to cover up in the room. I just literally just look at my YouTube statistics on my computer because I have 2 monitors too. On the more visible monitor, I just look at my YouTube statistics, and that's kind of how we picked it up. Yeah, that was a unique story. I had to be like, yeah, just don't really make it public. And his argument was like, well, what's the point of that if your YouTube channel is public? People are gonna find out anyways. My rebuttal to that is I don't want people to find it out early. Time actually matters in situations like this, and I want it to be delayed as much as possible. And since I'm not a person to go out advertising my channel is OllehRebelz, you should definitely go check it out. I'm not like that, and I want to just keep it low-key for now. So I don't know, future roommate reveal, he is considering that, but I know, up to him. Well, of course, despite my wish that, I don't want people to find out quickly, word is starting to spread. I think the news is starting, it's not really news, people aren't just telling each other that, but Well, a few of my friend circle knows, a few people, and I never told them. They kind of figured it out on their own. Just the spread of information, or like the finding, the discovery of my channel and how it's so easy seems kind of alarming because I didn't really account for this. I mean, I did know it was like me making videos about NYU. Obviously, it was gonna generate a lot of traffic towards my channel, but I don't think I ever thought about happening so quickly, like the recognition I'm getting. I didn't know it'd be happening within like the first month. And there's already been so many examples of this, which is what I'm gonna tell you right now. So this one time, I was in a club meeting. I'm not gonna say which club. Obviously, all club meetings are Zoom meetings as well. After the first Zoom meeting interaction where the guy brought it up, I was kind of want to avoid Zoom meetings, but I mean, it was a club meeting. I was like, oh, safe space. Who would know? But then, oh my god, we were in a breakout room again, but this was like a big breakout room, 20 to 25 people, because it's a club meeting. Not even a random guy. It was a sophomore, and he was like one of the board members of the club. And he was like, oh, by the way, Andrew Shin, are you a YouTuber? I hate that question. Why? As I've told you, I hate it when attention is directed towards me. But second of all, I'm probably the bigger one, YouTuber. I hate the word YouTuber being used to refer to me. Why? When so many people would be honored or just be really glad if they're called a YouTuber. I hate it because it just completely inflates or like exaggerates what I am. I'm just a person who just uploads videos. It used to be random videos, now it's NYU related videos on YouTube. I don't have a huge fan base. I'm not a so-called influencer. Therefore, I'm not a YouTuber. I don't have a huge like number of views or like revenue I get per video or whatever. Like, I'm nowhere even close to that scale. So whenever people refer to me as a YouTuber, it always kills me inside. And for that day, when it was like a 20 to 25 person Zoom meeting, it really rattled me inside. I'm not even kidding. And I felt really uncomfortable. I had to be like, yeah, I mean, I do have a channel. Did I say I wouldn't call myself a YouTuber? I always say that. The topic wasn't like discussed more and more, which thank God. But like the fact that a board member just brings that up in a breakout room in a club meeting, I just thought that was kind of unprofessional, because normally what I would prefer is private texting me, private messaging. If we're in person, coming up to me in private and asking, oh, by the way, do you have a channel? Not like publicly saying it in like a big breakout room. And some of you might think it's super weird because like, again, you might be like, well, you should have expected this, but really, I just don't think it's in a way polite, because I don't know, there's many different types of people. Some people might be comfortable, but others really aren't. No, that day, Going back to the YouTuber topic, just as a tangent, when would I call myself a YouTuber? Basically, if I have 50,000 subscribers, or for safety, even better, 100,000 subscribers, that's the point I would call myself a YouTuber. But right now, where I have only 4,000, a pitiful number compared to 100,000, I don't deserve to be called a YouTuber, so I hate it. I absolutely hate it when people call me that way. Which I think is the reason why I was like, of the many interactions I had about people asking me if I was a YouTuber or if I had a channel, that club meeting, that was definitely one of the most annoying instances. And especially because it was a board member who, like, why would you bring that up? That's not even relevant to the topic. This next story also happens in a Zoom meeting because, like, the most times we interact with others other than in person is literally on Zoom. And for this Zoom meeting, it wasn't a class, it was kind of like another meeting. It was in the chat. The chat was going super fast. It was like going at rapid speeds, kind of. And so one guy is like, oh, I've seen him before, seen his college decision reaction, acceptance video. I'm just like, why? So I had to private message him. I'm like, yeah, I don't really like it, like blah blah, all that stuff. And he said, oh, I'm sorry, and stuff like that. But like, oh my god, like, say I, just a normal non-YouTube video making person, say I went to like a university, say I went to like a school, and see someone who I'm like, oh wait, I think I've seen him on YouTube before. I would not go on like a public chat and be like, oh my god, I've seen him before. Like, no, there's no reason. There's literally no reason that would prompt you to do that. Nothing leads to that moment. There are many instances where people do ask me privately, which I like, and definitely the times that people ask me publicly or like in front of others is less. But the fact that it happens, it just shows that it's like a minority thing. It's like not many people do that. So, which is why I'm even more annoyed. Like, it's not a thing that most people would do. So why are you doing that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure some people saw it, which I also hate. Like, the reason why I don't like it, that Zoom call had probably like 30 to 40 people. Another time in an in-person class, we were having group discussions, little ones, like I was in a group of 3, for example. While we were talking, one girl was like, yo, do you have a YouTube channel? And I'm just like, oh not this again. But like, there was only one other person. Although I said no, because again, I don't want attention to be on me while we're supposed to be talking. If the professor suddenly just comes up and be like, why are they talking about YouTube? Like, so many things can go wrong if I do say yes. It just makes things so much easier until that conversation happens in private, which in that case, I would say yes. This also kind of happened when I was talking to someone in front of my dorm room. There was like a group of 5 or 6 people, and one guy was just passing by and was like, oh, by the way, you have a YouTube channel? Jesus Christ. A YouTube channel? No, definitely not. Turns out some of the people who were there, they do remember that exchange. They don't think much about it because I kind of played it off kind of well. And one of my greatest pet peeves now has turned into people asking me if I have a channel in front of others. And my other pet peeve is someone watching my video when I'm next to them. I just can't deal with that. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people out there who are like this too. For example, actors, they can't watch a movie that they star in. This is similar to me. I can't watch someone watch my video because I just hate that feeling. But on that same day, after that in-person class where the girl asked me if I had a channel and I said no, I was walking back to my dorm, and literally when I was like not even a block away from my dorm, 2 boys, or 2 students I guess, they passed me and were like, yo, I love your content. It wasn't even a question. They just instantly recognized me. Yo, I love your videos. Keep it up. I was like, what? Because I wanted to kind of turn the conversation into like, oh, I'm super confused. I don't know what you're talking about. But then this guy was like dead on. He was like 100,000% certain I had a channel. So I couldn't be like, oh no, you met the wrong person. I had to be like, oh thanks. The reason why I'm good with that is because they both knew me. That was like a private interaction. That's what I'm cool with. Like when it comes to instances like that, I'm like perfectly fine. You come up to me, I guess for some of you who actually do see me in public. If you do see me in public in like a store or like, I don't know, a restaurant. Oh god, that'd be so weird. If you do see me in public, I don't know, it'd be great if you came up to me in private and like, oh, I like your videos. Or like, if it's a question, oh, do you have a YouTube channel? See, I'm not salty about like those private interactions like that. And as I said, I get pretty salty when we're in a 30 to 40 person Zoom meeting. But yeah, enough with the whole recognition stuff. And I'm gonna be talking about what benefits it brought to me. Basically, over the past few weeks, several people have reached out to me for various things. One thing I'm gonna say right now immediately, because it's kind of related to school, is that an NYU student saw my channel and she saw my videos. I think it was about quarantine and stuff. She knew the name of the dorm and she knew I was in quarantine. So she wanted to interview me for like an NYU quarantine article, like because our dorm went into quarantine again for 3 days. I think that was in like the first 2 weeks of NYU video, that thing. She wanted to interview me, get my thoughts on the second quarantine, or like even if not that, like what my moving process was like, what my initial 2-week quarantine was like, how the food was, and all that stuff, and any other updates on the pandemic in the dorm and NYU. So that was pretty cool. I never thought I'd do anything like that. I enjoyed it because it was like the first experience I've ever had like that. So how it went was that we had like a 30-minute Zoom meeting, and it was just her. It was a very casual interview. It was her asking questions and me just answering. It was a very chill moment. Other than that, we're going from like a bit minor to major kind of. Another cool interaction was this one musician on YouTube who had like 2,000 subscribers but like 20,000 something on Instagram. She reached out to me through DM. She was like, oh hey, I enjoy your videos. Would you mind using my music in your videos? And I was like, oh sure. And I did, which it was in my dorm room tour. It's in the description below. And finally, the thing I want to mention kind of relates to that is I got some sponsorships from companies, which was crazy because I'm not super big, you know, but like some companies are actually willing to send me stuff for me to review in a video, which was like beyond me. I'm just like, wow, you guys actually like trust me to do something like that? Because I mean, I have done product reviews before. It wasn't for a paid promotion or anything. It was not a sponsorship. If I bought something for fun, I would unbox it and give it a review. I'm very comfortable. So I got 3 requests. One was a lamp. One was a LED lights, you know, like how when girls decorate, or I guess boys, they decorate their dorm rooms in general with LED lights, like strips, so it looks really pretty. I know some of my friends do that. And the third one was a desk. So this desk in particular, it was like an electric desk. Press a button, it just like goes up or down or whatever. By this time, my roommate knew about my channel, and so I talked about it with the sponsorships. I rejected it. I rejected the desk offer, and she was like, are you crazy, man? It's a really expensive electric desk. I was like, yes, whereas that is true. NYU doesn't allow other furniture. Besides, can you imagine the size of that package? Definitely not allowed. You can't have extra furniture in here. That's, I guess, the first reason why I didn't pick the desk. Second reason, it's way too big. When I go back to California, I gotta store it somewhere, you know? That costs money in a storage unit. Third reason, if I'm getting a sponsor, I'm gonna be reviewing a product which I actually like and will use. It's gotta be a product that I'm willing to use more and more, actually enjoy reviewing the video, not just for the sake of the product. Same with the LED lights, like, I mean, cool, I could probably shout them out in a video. Thing is, it's not really authentic. It's not something I would use super frequently. Which brings me to the sponsor of this video. Oh la la, what do we have here? A lamp, and we actually haven't opened it yet because, well, I got this yesterday, but to be honest, I was busy writing an essay for school. I still am actually while I'm recording this video, but we're gonna unbox it now. The school is probably thinking, why is this guy buying a lamp? Because all school desks do come with a lamp, but mine isn't working, honestly. I do have my own lamp from home, but we have a new one. I think this is the main body. I think we found the base of the lamp, everybody. We're gonna unwrap the base, the foundation of the lamp first. It is very heavy from the looks of it. No, you certainly don't expect a lamp to be a heavy object, but I guess it's for stability. You can see right now, here is the base. So far, I'll show you it by components, bends like that. BenQ, that is the company who is sponsoring me this video. As you can see right there, BenQ lamps. Here we have the head, the actual head of the lamp. Ooh, what is this? What's this? I don't know, but mysterious box. Of course, more information about this product, this lamp, will be in the description below, so I really highly encourage you all to check it out. If I haven't mentioned already, this is my very first sponsorship I can attribute to this whole NYU video series thing that I've been doing here, because I mean, it did get me a lot of recognition. I'll just tell you right now. Never thought I'd be having a sponsorship item. So first of all, what we need to do is fit the head into the body just like that. There we go. Attach the two bolts right here. This white square goes in, I keep saying square, it's not a square, right like that. Now, if you were all wondering what's in this box right here, mystery box right here, it is a adapter from this cord to this. Bam, just like that. And now what we need to do is just plug this into an outlet, use it for several days, and of course, give my review of this product. This whole video that you watched was several days after I unboxed the lamp. Here we are. This is the lamp that we're using. Okay, so I'm gonna sit down. It is a very, very cool lamp. Like, it is beyond what I had in mind, to be honest. And let me show you what I mean. This lamp is called the Genie E-Reading Lamp by BenQ, and the specific color is silver. So I think a very unique feature of this lamp is that, well, compared to my original lamp, which I had before, this one is definitely longer, and since it is curved, it produces light and just emits light in all sorts of directions. And their claim, the company's claim, BenQ, was that it definitely makes reading or like doing work much better because, as you can see, that light just spreads everywhere. And the reason why I like this lamp especially is because, okay, I have two lamps on, as you see, and two lamps is great. That's the thing I'm using right now. Let's say I turn it off. Oh my god, you might not see it in the video that well, but the difference in lighting is staggering. And if I turn on the lights, it is so much brighter, especially when you're working at night, when there's no sunlight coming in and when you only have one light in the dorm. Working on your computer and the screen being the brightest thing kind of hurts your eyes and it kind of fatigues you. It just doesn't motivate me to work. But with this lamp, things are just so much better. Look how bright my working space is. So I'm gonna go over some basic information about this lamp. So essentially, how you turn it on. You tap this metal ring. It's very cool because it doesn't have an on or off switch or button or anything. This metal ring, this serves as is. You can touch anywhere literally to turn it off on. How bright or not bright does it go? If you turn the dial here, you can adjust the brightness. As you can see, let's say you're working very late at night, it can go very dim. Again, this is dim, and this is the brightest it gets. Now let's say you want to change the color, which is a very unique feature of this lamp. Right now, it's a bit of a white tone, as you can see from the lamp there. But after I click this button, I can turn it to actually literally change the color of the lamp. Right now they're white. If I turn it, they're a combination of the white and orange, cold and warm lights. If I turn it even more, oh, it is fully warm and orange. So I think this was very nifty. Look what we have here. A sensor. That middle dot right there, the blackness, that is a sensor. Why is there a sensor, you may ask? Well, for this metal ring, which you would use to turn on and off, let's say you need some smart lighting. That indicator, if that turns green, that means smart lighting is on. That sensor takes in the light from the surrounding environment, meaning it controls the brightness and color automatically. Well, if I want to turn it off, I can just turn the knob a bit. That's a pretty big difference. That is white, and if it wants to do it automatically, you just click it does it on its own. That is what the lamp thinks is the most ideal light setting for the room right now. As far as dimensions go, this rod and this head, both about 40 centimeters each, 15 to 16 inches. You can see it's very far outstretched here. The reason why it doesn't fall, it's, well, during the unboxing, as you saw, the base is very heavy, and no matter what direction, like how far you pull it, literally not even a problem. Of course, this lamp tilts like this. It goes up like that, and if you need to turn it within the head, of course I can do that. So it can face me, which I can use for YouTube lighting like that. Dude, look at that lighting. That is absolutely crazy, which is why it's up there. The original lamp, that's for a backlight. This is for front light and for my face. So yeah, it can be very useful for like Zoom meetings because everything is online nowadays. So yeah, huge thanks to BenQ for being part of my first ever sponsorship for the video. I really appreciate them for reaching out. The links to the products and more description will be in the YouTube description down below. I hope you guys go check it out. It is a very cool lamp if you are constantly at the desk, or even if you need YouTube lighting like this. Like, you see how bright my face is. Turn it off. It's incomparable. But yeah, with that said, that is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys later. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already to catch more upcoming crazy videos. And I will make sure to catch you guys later. See you next time.